TelecomTV, where ICT connects.
Hello again, you're watching TelecomTV. I'm Martyn Warwick, reporting from Silicon Valley in the United States, where we're attending the 4th ETSI IHG, that's Industry Standardization Group, meeting on NFV, Network Functions Virtualization. And I'm talking this time with Professor Kurt Tutschku, who is based at the Blekinge Institute of Technology in Sweden, where a great deal of research into the future of the networks and telecommunications is being conducted. Kurt, thanks for talking to us. It's a pleasure to see you. We're here at this ETSI meeting and the IHG. The IHG has come from nowhere to be very important in a very short time, 9 months only. What do you think has been achieved in that short time?
I think today especially the specification documents are really great. We have done so much progress in the last 9 months and come up with so good specifications. This is really impressive for such a short time frame. And I think here is the power of this working group, really bringing this network function virtualization into future deployment. And I think this is one issue which really has been achieved. I'm very happy about this.
And why is the IHG's work so important for the industry in general, but actually for service providers in particular?
I think services are not only specific to a single network. Under such a scenario, we really have to have standards to be exchangeable, interconnectable, and really enable global services. And I think here lies the power of especially network function virtualization.
I'm sorry about the background noise, Kurt. There's nothing we can do about it. We're very much backstage here at the event. We're in the green room. It's small and it's noisy because everything's happening just out there. But we'll carry on regardless. What impact do you think NFV will have on service provider business models going forward? And when do you think the hype around NFV will die away and reveal the reality?
I think the change will be really tremendous. Today, in my opinion, service provisioning is still like we have done it in the 80s. Now we are doing it much more, for example, fine-grained. We can do it, or we can think about really doing it even per application. And I think this is what, in my opinion, the users are looking for. Think about a computer game and people which on the game want to have really great service, expedited service, and maybe in the end we can support especially these dedicated applications to the users. So this is, in my opinion, the real power of NFV. Of course, NFV aims at trying to reduce operational costs. This is a very important issue. This influences, of course, the business model, because now the operation becomes really of importance. On the other side, the innovation which comes from NFV into services, I think this will be the future, and especially the future business models.
And what about the hype? The cauldron's been bubbling away for a long time now. When are they going to turn the gas down a bit?
The hype is, of course, there. I think there's now a lot of fuss how to resolve all these things. On the other side, I expect we will have, even in very short time frame, some cooling down. And after that, I expect that we are getting really into realistic things. But these things is where I still believe come now interesting features into the play. Features which we haven't yet in networks, and we can transfer, for example, from the IT operation into network operation.
What do you think are the biggest challenges facing service providers when they come to the adoption of NFV, and how do you think they can be overcome?
One of the greatest challenge here is operating these systems in future, and in particular operating them at high load. Today we are typically running the network and network elements at very low load. So the internet is based on this, on over-provisioning, in fact. However, in future, we have to really think about going to higher load factors. This is not trivial. And I think these are the issues, especially from my perspective, which we have to address in future in our research, in our development, in our engineering.
And how about overcoming them?
In my view, it can be overcome by Of course, by research on specific technologies which we are applying in virtualization concepts, for example, scheduling, operating system related issues. On the other side, we need trained people then being able to operate these systems.
Now, you're at the Blekinge Institute of Technology in southern Sweden, and you're working on the future of the network. What is the future of that network going to be like, and also the future of network services?
I think the future is really going into innovation also in applications. I think this is what the end users are looking for. And therefore, we have to now to align our networks along the user requirements. I think in the past we have aligned the user requirements along the network capabilities. Due to the virtualization, we can do it the other way around. And that is really what I think where we can bring in innovation. Innovation for the people, innovation, of course, for the operators, and at last, I think, innovation for the business.
Professor Kurt Tutschku, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Martyn.
TelecomTV, where ICT connects.